let's talk our next little project. We only have a few class days left of the semester, so let's make the most of it and have some fun with the last thing that we create, which will be something pixel art. So this is a quick one that I want to keep working into and adding more detail. Kind of made me think of like the embroidery. So I did this little frame with a bear on a swing, or the classic landscape. This was just playing around when I first tried out the technique, but there is so much you can do with it. And just looking real quick at a internet search, I just looked up pixel art Procreate to get some inspiration where this can go. But it has such that cool retro video game feeling to it that there is a ton that you can do with it. Like you have a cityscape. Here's another cityscape for all of my cat people out there. Here's a little sunset design. You can go more character design and doodle it, or here's kind of like a video game. This feels very much like something where you would go buy some questionable, I don't know, things on a video game. Floating castle in the sky gives me kind of like a Mario idea. This gives it space, but just, you can look up some inspiration. There might be something that inspires you on here, but it was fun to do, and I think you guys will have a lot of fun with this technique. To do the process, you will have to go into Schoology. There will be a full assignment for this. This is my temporary hold assignment. But if you go into into Polaris, in the assignment, there will be this pixel.brush, which you will click and you will download it and open it in Procreate. So you will hit download. It's nothing bad. It's a free brush to do the pixel art. Some of you may already have it on your personal devices if you have your own iPad. If you're using the school one, or if you don't have it, definitely download it here. But it is a great brush. If I go, I'm in the wrong assignment here. But if I go, I downloaded it from the Art with Flo, who the isometric room drawing came from. But she has a whole slew of free brushes. So definitely jumped on that because look at all the wonderfulness that's on here. But the pixel brush is in there. So I just gave you guys just the pixel brush. You're more than welcome to, why do I keep opening the wrong thing? More than welcome to download the whole book of her free brushes if you want to later. So you need the brush. Make sure you download that first. We are going to create a canvas. You're going to go up here, and instead of selecting a pre-made, you're going to do the create your own, and it's going to be 100 pixels by 100 pixels. So very small so that it has that pixel art quality to it. And I'm going to hit create and open it up so you have this cool little square. And then I'm going to go up into actions, canvas, at drawing guide, turn it on, and I'm going to go to edit drawing guide. At the very bottom, I'm going to drop the grid size to 0. And you can change how well you can see that. Usually I just leave it or drop it down a little bit. You can change how thick the line is. You can change the color of the line. It's totally up to you. Other than changing the grid size to 0, I typically just leave it alone. And I totally hit white on there, so I'm going to go back and change the color back to black, because that button right there is pretty close. So now I have a drawing guide with a little grid square. I'm going to make sure I'm on my pixel brush, and I'm going to work with it on the lowest setting so it's a single square. But then you can draw in, and you're drawing those little pixels right onto here. So you can really play around with doing, maybe I'll do like a Pac-Man ghost kind of vibe. But you can play around with what you want to draw. I like to play with different color layers on here so that I have a little bit more dimension. Just layer them right on top. Makes it more interesting. I don't know why his eye is crooked, but you're going to go ahead and draw something, I don't know, in your personal interest. or style. So if you like to draw people or animals, or you have kooky characters, or you're a video gamer yourself and you want to draw, I can just picture someone being like, I'm going to draw kind of like Mario, and you have like the doo-doo, and you have your little mushroom on top. That does not look like a mushroom because it's not large enough. There we go. The little mushroom that pops out of the block. And you guys can do something themed from an interest. Maybe you want to do Halloween themed, like a little pumpkin, whatever you guys can think of. The more that you layer value and start to play with color, like my clouds in here, I'm starting to get a little bit more detail, or even more so the clouds in here, I have 3 values going on, the more interesting that it's going to look. So use some inspiration, again, from online, see if there's anything that really stands out to you. But for this, it's really open-ended what you want to draw. I just want you guys to kind of have fun with it and fill up the whole page. So whole page, and make it colorful or show value. Both things that I know you can do. But have a good time with it, and we'll see kind of where we get. I would love to see a mini series of these, like 2 or 3 each, but it's really time, debating on what kind of time we have, how far that goes. But it could be really cool as a little triptych of these little pixel art pieces. If you guys have questions along the way, don't be afraid to ask. And I think these are going to look really cool when they're done.